Hello guys, Dusty here with some more record pickups. Yes, I had just shot the last video and I went garage selling today. Didn't find much for video games. However, I did find quite a few good records. So, at two different sales actually. So, two sales total. And, some of them prices were alright, some of the prices were like really freaking good, but I don't think I overpaid for really anything here. So, where do we start besides the first garage sale that we found records at? So this is actually the last garage sale of the morning. The way everybody decides to do it in my town is like some garage sales happen in the morning and then a bunch start at 4. So I actually have to go garage selling twice in one day. It sucks, it takes up my entire Friday, but what are you gonna do? So, yeah, I went to the last garage sale of the morning, and they had a like tote full of records, right? So I was looking around and like, oh yeah, these basically the Kenny Rogers anthology. Whenever you see, you know, like a bunch of just random records. In fact, there's a little known fact. Any place where you have 15 or more records, a Kenny Rogers album will materialize there. If you put it like in the darkness, it'll just appear, and yeah, it's some kind of miracle fate of science, but I swear, like, Kenny Rogers is just everywhere. But anyway, yeah, through all the Kenny Rogers albums and random ones, we did find some good albums. So let's start with, first off, we got... I like musicals, so I did pick up a couple musical albums, and each of these were 25 cents, so how could you say no to The Sound of Music? And yeah, it's in here. And it looks to be in decent shape and everything, so a nice picture sleeve here. So I figured 25 cents. The old RCA Victor logo. Yeah, awesome. Why not, right? And next up, we got another one from another musical. We've got Chicago, a musical, Vaudeville. Yeah, I figured I like musicals. I like the music from musicals. Haven't seen this musical before, but hey, cover looks interesting, and you know, I like the art style. So for 25 cents, why not, right? That and it rounded me out to $1. Now these are the kind of cooler ones. We got the Bee Gees' Greatest. So every freaking greatest hit of the Bee Gees, I suppose. Might as well have this for 25 cents, right? But yeah, and it's in great shape for the most part. I mean, there is a little bit. Oh crap! There's a little bit of ring wear on the front there, but none on the back. And yeah, as you can see, it opens up to the Bee Gees themselves, which is kind of cool. And then, you know, it has the records inside, which... Does this one not have a sleeve? No, that one doesn't have a sleeve, but this one does have a sleeve, so hey, we'll find another sleeve for the other one. Yeah. How big a shape does this one look to be in? Let's find out. It looks fine. It doesn't look scratched or anything. There's a little bit of dirt on it, but... yeah, my Spin Clean I just bought should hopefully take care of that, and I will be doing a review of the Spin Clean, but I haven't gotten the chance to use it, but I'll explain that in a review why I haven't gotten the chance to use it. But anyway, then next up we have, last but definitely not least, I have been looking for this album because, you know, who hasn't been looking for this album? I suppose, well, people who don't like Elton John. But, don't shoot me, I'm only the piano player. Starring Elton John. Yeah, this album is a little beat up, but it was 25 cents. Well, the art is, well, the, you know, casing is beat up, but it is gatefold, does, you know, open up to an art book, which is kind of cool. And yeah, how can you pass on that? And then, of course, it has the album in. Did not have the sleeve on the album, but I just wrapped it in paper towel for now because I need to get some master sleeves. Things on my shopping list. So I'm doing, like, the cardinal sin and wrapping it in paper. So, hey, that's fun. Alright, so yeah, that was that one garage sale. We rounded out to $1, so $1 for these 4 records. Not too bad. I mean, I would have wished they were the Bee Gees one had its dust sleeve, and of course the Elton John one had a dust sleeve too. That would be nice, and it was in better shape. That would be nice. But yeah, what are you gonna do for 25 cents, right? So now moving on to the 4 o'clock garage sales. Went to one that was kind of out of the way. It was almost kind of, I don't want to go to this one. And it opened up at 2, so it was kind of the anomaly. It opened up at 2, and I was like, I don't know if there's going to be anything good there. But I double-checked. It said records in the listing, so I was like, okay, I gotta go. So Went over to it, looked as though all the records were still there. And, you know, there were a couple duds in front, and I was like, oh, hey, a Styx record. So, yeah, there ended up being a couple good ones, starting out with, we got, okay, so one of the main reasons I picked this up, I haven't listened to him much at all. However, from what I understand, you basically have to own this album when you have like a certain amount of records. So, because it's just so freaking common. It's Lionel Richie, Can't Slow Down. So yeah, it's a gatefold. It's not a pull. I don't know how I feel about that. But, the album is in the dust sleeve, and it is in good shape. It almost looks like slightly moisture damaged. I'm not sure. Maybe it's just aged or something. I don't know. But yeah, Lionel Richie, Can't Slow Down. And it was actually stuck to another album in here, which I'll get to later. But yeah, that's why there's wear here, because I actually had to pry the albums apart. But then next up, we also got Lionel Richie. I assume this is just a self-titled album. Yeah, it looks like it. So, Lionel Richie, yay. Got that. He's right there. And apparently, he's thanking me for all of my love. So, once again, don't know how I feel about that. But, yeah, it's in there. It's in good shape. What more can a man ask for? Now, getting on to the more interesting stuff, I suppose. We've got some compilation albums. We have Rock 83, which this is actually stuck to the Can't Slow Down Lionel Richie album. I believe it's called Can't Slow Down. I don't know, I just read it. Yeah, it's Can't Slow Down. That's how good my memory is, guys. So whenever you see me trip up like, where did I get that, or what did I do again? Yeah, that's my memory, guys. But anyway, here we have Rock 83. It looks like a bunch of songs from around 83. Like, for instance, you got Don't Fight It from Kenny Loggins with Steve Perry, Subdivisions by Rush, White Wedding from Billy Idol, of course, Cuts Like a Knife with Bryan Adams, Hungry Like the Wolf from Duran Duran, and Don't You Want Me from The Human League. So, yeah, definitely going to be listening to the entirety of this one at some point, and it did seem to be in good shape, even with this, you know, nice plastic sleeve here. So, yeah. All these seem to be in good shape, so I'm not going to pull the records out, but, yeah. Because they're hard to get back in, particularly because a lot of these have those plastic cases. Maybe I'll do it if they have the paper ones. But yeah, we got the Hit Express, or just Hit Express, which has common theme, Don't You Want Me from Human League, Do You Believe in Love by Huey Lewis and the News. Just look at these songs here, guys. Tell me this album is not an album you should own in your life. Yeah, fan-freaking-tastic. I'm not going to read them all off to you, but if you can read, you might have got something from me showing you the back of the album. There we go! So next up, we've got the Styx album that I was talking about, one of the first albums I saw in there, and this is Paradise Theater. Did not even know this album existed, but yeah, apparently it does, and yeah, if any of you guys have more information about it than I do, please leave it in the comments, but yeah, it's in good shape, and it's there, so hey, awesome. And then next up, we got one that I'm actually fairly excited about. We've got Billy Joel's Greatest Hits. I am a big Billy Joel fan. So, yeah, and it's stuck together. The gatefold is stuck together. Let's just kind of be careful. See if we can do this without breaking it. Maybe it'd be better to take a hairdryer to it, but I don't own a hairdryer, so... you're getting to see this live, guys. I'm gonna surgically do this. There we go! I think we did minimal damage, so that's good. Yeah, it folds into all the freaking lyrics here, which is awesome. It has, like, just a ton of songs. Look at all the songs. They're great songs. I actually had this album on CD a long time ago. Lend it to my sister, and, yeah, that's the end of that story, because I've never gotten that album back yet. So, yeah, good to have it on, two, vinyl spinning things that make music. Yay! So, next up, we've got Wham's Make It Big album, which I saw this and I was like, yeah, that's like, you know, that is just like, if you took the 80s and try to explain it to an alien, I'm sure Wham would show up somewhere in there. So yeah, you gotta have Wham Make It Big. And then last but not least, we have an album that I definitely listened to this quite a bit when I was a kid because, you know, I had an iPod loaded up with all my dad's music, and one of the musics was the best of Blondie. So yeah, fantastic to own this album on a record because it has so many good Blondie songs on it, and I've always liked Blondie. I don't care. I don't care what you guys think. What are you, some kind of all-seeing eyes who can watch everything that I talk about on YouTube? Yes, you can. Anyway, yeah, now I'm gonna feel insecure and, like, cut my hair or something. But yeah, we got Best of Blondie. What more can you ask for in life? It's in good shape. It's a Chrysalis album, so, yeah, nice little dust sleeve here with the Chrysalis logo there. But yeah, awesome to have this. And you may be wondering how much I paid for those records. Well, I brought that stack up and figured, you know, I can smooth talk because basically I went to the garage sale. They had them in a tote, and I was like, "How much do you want for the records?" And she's like, "I don't know. They're my brother-in-laws or my sister-in-laws or something. I don't know." And they're, you know, just kind of want to get rid of them. So I was like, okay, well, I can grab a couple of these. I ask $5. Boom, there you go. And she's like, I want at least $1 a record. How many records do you have there? I counted them up, counted the two that were stick together as one, and came up with 7 records. That's my negotiation tactic. And yeah, I ended up getting them all for $7. So whatever that works out to, just a little under $1 a record, which I think is fine for the selection that was there. Definitely some that I'm going to listen to, so that's always nice. But yeah, that's really all I have for record pickups for this video. If you like this video, please let me know what you liked about it in the comments, and also let me know how I screwed up and I'm a horrible person, and you have a different taste in music than me, so therefore I am inherently an inferior human being. But anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I will see y'all next time. Take it easy.